Muslim beyond the bounds of hijab, full stop. Muslim women are not allowed to speak to non-Muslim men or Muslim men beyond the bounds of hijab, full stop. End of story. End of story. There is nothing more to it. Let's not complicate the situation. Let's not bring our cultures into this that women can't talk to people and men can talk to people. Women can't flirt and men can flirt. Men can't flirt and women can't flirt. End of story. It doesn't get any more simpler than this. If I have complicated this, it is my culture which is telling me X, Y, and Z. It is not Islam. Nothing to do with Islam. My sisters are not allowed to, let me say it so one last time, so just everyone is clear on this. I am not allowed to talk to my sisters, Muslim or non-Muslim, breaking my bounds of hijab, be it with my sight or my tongue or my ears or my clothing. And my sisters, my Muslim sisters, are not allowed to break their hijab when they interact with men, Muslim or non-Muslim, with their clothing, with their eyes, or with their ears, or with their tongue, full stop. There is no complication in this matter. There's another question here with regards to music. What is the punishment on the Day of Judgment for listening to music? It depends if the music is halal or haram. If the music is haram, then Allah is the best judge if He forgives or if He punishes or how He will punish. If there's some riwayat on this, we can discuss them or look into the books. For those who listen to halal music, there's no punishment. Why is Imam Hussein alayhi salam madloom? Imam Hussein alayhi salam, even if we look at him on a very superficial plane, was madloom. The way his family and his children and himself, the way they were treated, it was in an unjust way, he is madloom. Furthermore, this person who stood for humanity and haqq, done everything by the principles of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and only wished to reform society and reform the wrongs of society, was killed because of this pursuit of reform in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why else is he madloom? He was oppressed throughout his life. And always those who stand for truth and justice will be oppressed all the time. Because always those who follow their nafs and follow the shaitan will oppose them and abuse them and oppress them. There's a question that says, what if you had a friend that is a Muslim girl that goes to school in a skirt but changes into tight clothing and shirt? Should I be their friend? The first thing is one should look at their own hijab. If my own hijab is not broken, this is the primary battle. Secondly, use your friendship with that sister in order to make her understand the reality of what she is doing. She wears skirt and loose clothing to deceive her parents. Her parents are not going to come to the grave with her. Her parents are not going to account her on the Day of Judgment. If someone does something halal or haram, they should keep Allah in mind and no one else. لا تخشوا الناس واخشوني. Don't fear the people, fear me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. So she, first of all, we continue to be her friend and associate with her in as far as you can bring her to correct understanding. That the hijab is there for this. The hijab is not just to deceive one's parents or whatever. Okay, if she's wearing tight clothing, why? Why is she wearing tight clothing? Why? Has she thought about this? Does she want to expose the beauty of her body to other people? Maybe she does. The question would arise to the sister, it should arise in her mind, or if you are her friend who have asked this question, can maybe pose this question to her. Do you value yourself, or do you cheapen yourself? Imagine I had a gem, the biggest polished and cut diamond in the world, I think it's about this big, the biggest cut and polished diamond in the world, if I had it in my hand when I walk in the streets, would I do this with it to show it off? Or would I conceal it and hide it? When I show it off, there are those in the society who would look at it and not care. There are those in the society who will see it and appreciate it. There are those in the society who will see it and plan and scheme to get it off me. It is for this third group why the sisters are told to wear hijab. Don't cheapen yourselves. You are beautiful, whether you realize it or not. You are valuable. Don't expose yourself because 1, people will see you where they don't deserve to see you. 2, people will come near you because of what they see, particularly the menfolk. Not because of your worth, not because of your intelligence, not because of who you are, because of what you look like. And this is a very cheap way of looking at oneself, to sell oneself in this way. So the sister, whoever her friend is, should try to explain these things to her. If it is not possible to explain this to her, then one should look at my own credibility. Is it being hindered by associating with her or not? Remember, you will be looked at and you will be judged by the company you keep. If I am intelligent but I hang around with fools, 1, everyone will look at me as a fool, as one of them. Number 2, their foolishness will rub off on me, as my wisdom will rub off on them. And as my level will become lower in intelligence, they will increase slightly. We always affect each other. We live in a society, we can't escape from affecting each other. When I sit with my brother and talk to him, I'm affecting him in some way, he's affecting me. So these people, if we associate with them, we need to see how will people perceive me now. So this is another aspect that needs to be looked at. And if we have from the hadith, if someone attends a place and comes out of that place, even if he has done no haram in that place, if by coming out of that place people suspect him, he has no one to blame but himself. Similarly, if we associate with such people, and people look at us in this way, we have no one to blame but ourselves. Sheikh, sorry.
Are we having a session with the sisters?
Yeah.
When?
Saturday noon.
The Sheikh has informed me that there's a session with the sisters only, on Saturday after Salat? After Salat. This question here wouldn't be appropriate to be addressed in this sitting, it would be more appropriate for that sitting, so inshallah I'll keep it with me and we'll address it at that time.
I just feel like I need to ask this question in person because I can't really write it down. Can you guys hear me like this? Okay. You were talking in your first in the first question. You were talking about attachment to material things, and I think where the confusion lies is when we look at the day that's supposed to be our examples. And when I think about that, it's like when you read about Imam Ali alayhi salam and the way that he lived, he didn't really have much attachment to material things, and he used to eat like the poor, and he used to give all his money to the poor, even though he could have had everything. So sometimes I feel like, what was the purpose of that? If not, like I get confused with what really should be possessed and how much should our attachment be.
When we look at our Aimma alayhimus salam, if we look at all of them, we will realize that each one acted in perfection how he should have acted. We look at Imam Ali alayhi salam, who was the Khalifa of a time when the Muslim Ummah was in relative poverty, such that he himself would have to show he is of the people, with the people, and he has to dress in a certain way. Beyond this, if we look deeper, there are things we wouldn't understand, like Imam Ali alayhi salam's nafs and his hal of his own nafs, which causes him to act in a certain way.